everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to set up a reading journal. I bought a bullet notebook from the brand Moleskine. It is bullet pointed, but I'm gonna be mixing it up with scrap paper and other things, as always. It has an envelope at the end and it came with stickers. It also has a space to test your pens. Let's decorate the cover with some stickers. I got a bunch of them gifted for my birthday and I never know where to put them, so I selected a few that I like the most. I decided to only use scraps for the page cover for the year. I am determined to use every piece of paper before buying more. You can use glue like Mod Podge or double-sided tape like I am doing here, so I don't have to wait for it to dry to keep going. I'm using metallic pens for the title. You may notice that it says 2025. Funny thing, I started recording this video in 2024, but here we are. I added a couple more stickers, washi tape and quote stickers from Tim Holtz. Next is the year overview. I put a sticker on the middle to distribute organically the 12 months of the year. Made moons with a circle puncher, added washi tape to balance the elements, divided the page, and used what I will call regular office blank stickers for the calendar months. To finish, I stamped the months on scrap paper. Next is the page I will be using for my reading challenge. This year I put a very achievable challenge. I need to read 26 books in 2026. I'm using scrap paper from other projects, archive a link to stamp the title. I don't want to push myself to read books quickly any longer. I want to enjoy them and remember them and not be another empty task in a long list of obligations with no meaning, like it's work. You can add as many as you like, but try not to rush yourself and enjoy the process. I also use distress ink for the background of the letters and the page. Some washi tape to push the letters forward, and made a space to print every book I'll read this year. I left only 25 spots, as I was gonna use this journal for 2025, but I will add another spot later in the video. To finish the page, I added some washi tape, a clock and a quote to fill the leftover space. Well, we are now a year later since I started this video. It's now December 2025 and I'm amending the year to prepare the journal for 2026. I was lucky it was an easy fix. I'm afraid the next page, it wasn't so easy. I need to rip off all the month stickers and replace them with this year's calendar, and try not to rip the actual page. But at the end it wasn't that bad. On the challenge page, I added another spot, as I said before. And now we start fresh. I'm using Stamperia pattern paper for the background. I love these kinds of paper so much. I love everything old and distressed. I chose this blue paper, I think it fits right in the theme. I rip the corners and combine it with the pattern paper on the back. Glue everything with Mod Podge. I scribble the letters with a Posca marker. And use cut letters from magazines for the other letters. I wanted to dedicate a page to Stephen King's books, as I always get a couple gifted for my birthday, and this year they've been piling up, as I haven't been able to read or do anything really. I used Tim Holtz vellum decorations and a bit of distress ink for the borders. A couple of challenges. The first one is A to Z, where you try to read the alphabet. I'm using magazine letters and leftover packaging paper for every letter of the alphabet to match the book titles as I read them. I'm gluing this dark marble paper, another of my favorites, and more leftover packaging paper for the right side. The next challenge is book bingo. I wrote a few prompts, like a book with just one word on the title, or read a banned book. You can choose whatever you like. Next page is a reading tracker. I want to see it just as a curiosity when I read more throughout the year. I made space for the whole year, so it's easy to see the progress, and color-coded the amount of pages with Tombow markers. Light purple for less than 50 pages, magenta for 51 pages to 100, and so on. Use magazine letters for the title and distress ink for the background. The next page will be used to write my TBR list. I used leftover circles from another project, distressing for the background. Then I selected a postcard from my penguin collection to add more space to write the titles of the books. I used washi tape to attach it to the page and be able to open and close it. Magazine letters, a tag for the title, and a brown card to have a smooth surface to write on. And we finally arrived to the present, or maybe not yet. This is the page for the month of March that has already ended. My intent was to publish this before the month started, but life keeps getting in the way. Let's see if I can catch up. But remember, you can start a journal or any project you want to do at any point in time. Sometimes we put rigid made-up lines that keep us from starting something new or enjoy the things we like. I'm guilty of this, but we need to just try again when we are able to. I will be using my usuals: leftover packaging paper, scraps, distress ink, magazine letters. You can easily keep the cost down when journaling. You can use whatever you have around. I really prefer it when I have limited things to use. It makes you more resourceful in the long term and helps with creativity. I also added some flower stickers to complete the page. On the next page, I put the calendar on the left side to keep track of when I start a book or when I finish it. I use distress ink for the background on the same tones as before. Tombow markers for the dates. I stamped the days of the week and use magazine letters for the title. On the right side, I will write the books I'm currently reading, so I left the space intercalating colors to easily differentiate between titles. The last pages, I will be using them to write a bit about the books, write quotes or anything it catches my attention. So I made a space for 4 books. I, of course, use distress ink for the background. I love the look of it, like an old page, maybe burned at some point. One more thing before I finish this video. I got a Canon Mini Printer to print the covers of the books I will be reading, so let's test it. It comes with simple packaging with drawn instructions, an USB cord and 10 sticker photo paper to print on. Let's put the paper in. You see this arrow? You need to push up a little and the top comes off. It doesn't use ink, so one less thing to worry about. Then open the paper envelope and put the blue card facing down. Then put the top back on and switch on. Remember to charge it before use. Once it's charged, you need to connect it to your phone via Bluetooth, and it comes with an app, so you can arrange your photos, edit them, etc. Once it is synchronized, you will see a light and the blue card will print out. Then it's ready to print wherever you want. Next time I'll try to remember to screen record my phone to show you the process. I chose these covers of books I'm currently reading. As you can see, they came out fantastic. Let me show you how I will be using them. For example, the big ones, I will put them on the space I prepare for the book reviews at the end of each month. And the little ones on my reading challenges, like this. Let's forget I put them in the wrong order. But wait, you will be thinking that it's already May. Yes, I thought I would be able to post it before the month started, but what is it today? The 13th of May. As I'm recording this audio. It's like time keeps jumping and I can't keep up. But I wanted to include quickly how I did the page spread for March and April. Even though I use similar materials, it can give a different look. Thank you for watching through this time travel video and for still being here. I will be posting a shorter version of this video for people that prefer just background music and process videos. And more videos of my other journals are coming too. For those of you who are still interested in art journaling, thank you for watching. Bye!